Okay, happy Mother's Day, everybody. We're having some drizzles here, but it stopped raining right now. We have here a gentleman that came all the way from Riverside County, California, Mr. John DeLight. Is that pronounced?
Yeah.
It's D-E and then capital L-I-G-H-T. John DeLight. And he's going to talk about his case, I guess, and things in general dealing with family courts.
Okay, good morning, everyone, and happy, thank you. Happy Mother's Day for the mothers out there. I traveled here to DC to meet with Mark and talk about family courts issues and talk about what happens in courts and talk about what we intend to do about it. So first, about my own case, I was married in January of 2008 and I was divorced in April of 2013 when my ex-wife took our two kids and moved to Iowa. So I've been involved in family courts for 5 years now, and things have been very rough for me. And my case is still in family court that hasn't been resolved yet. And I am actually appealing it to the Court of Appeals. And I'm still filing some papers with the courts. But I'm used to the courts denying everything. Denying visitation, denying evidentiary hearing, denying travel dispenses, denying all sorts of things. So I'm not sure what to expect from the Court of Appeals either at this point. So I want to talk a little bit about my activism, what I intend to do about this. I started an organization called American Divorced Parents Association, and with that organization I intend to educate other parents, other fathers that are going through divorce and are going through family courts. I intend to share what I've learned so far, and I intend to put on what I would call a fight with the Congress, with the people who make the laws and the people who apply the laws. So I'm just starting this organization. It's going to be the 501c3. And I'm going to try to enroll as many people in it as I possibly can. And everybody who's going to be on my side or on our side. And the main goal is to try to unite the fathers who are most of the time deprived of their kids by the family courts again together. So one goal that I'm going to set, or I think that a lot of people are going to be able to unite behind, is the goal of having equal parenting. Something along the lines of 50-50 parenting time with the kids. I know that since I started this, and I just started this the beginning of this year, in January, and I have done some internet research about this, and I found an organization in Boston called the National Parent Organization that has been doing this for 20 years. For 20 years, they have been in the business of trying to get what they call share parenting. and they've been able to introduce legislation in 20 states or 25 states so far. Some of the states have adopted legislation that allows parents to have at least 35% of custody. And one of those states is Alabama. And some of the states, like Florida, they have introduced legislation, but I think in Florida that legislation passed the two chambers, but it was vetoed by the governor. So, and I don't know at this point what they intend to do about that. Some of the states have not started anything yet. And so I'm going to be trying also to join the National Parent Association, because I think that's a good organization. They're doing great work, trying to get this legislation in all states. So with my organization, I'm going to start it in California, and I've already contacted my state representative in the district that I'm in, and I'm in contact with them. I submitted some documents already. I've also submitted everything that I've been able to find online to that office, and unfortunately I haven't had a chance yet to discuss the issue with the congressman. I met him briefly, and I talked to him about the issue, so he's quite aware of what the issue is, but we haven't formally talked about it and talked about a way forward. So I'm talking to his staff, and we intend to, I'm asking for the meeting with him to formally discuss all the documents that I've submitted and see if he can help to sponsor legislation in the capital of the state of California. I'm also in contact with the office of the senator of the district that I'm in. This is the state senator of California, and I've also submitted the same document I submitted to the office of representative. But I haven't met the senator yet, so I haven't discussed anything yet. So I'm going to be asking for the staff that I'm talking to schedule a meeting so I can formally discuss that. So I heard Mark was having this event today on Mother's Day here in Washington, D.C., so I decided to come here and visit with him and help promote this cause. And I arrived here on Wednesday, and since I came, I've been able to visit the office of Senator Dianne Feinstein and the office of Kamala Harris, Senator Kamala Harris, and also the office of the state representative, Mark Decano. He is the representative of my district in California. I have not been able to meet any of these people, but I've been able to talk to staff, and I haven't been able to schedule a meeting with staff either because they have lengthy schedules. And so I'm going to be here until Wednesday, and during that time I'm going to try to see if I can schedule a meeting to discuss this issue with the staff members of these representatives. So I guess that's where my case is. That's what I'm doing right now. I'm going to continue fighting on this. Not sure what lies ahead, but one thing's for sure, we need to grow this movement and make it big. We need people, a lot of people here in DC, a lot of people in state capitals, to promote this idea, promote this issue, and come up with solutions. And I think the solution is actually easy. We only asking for 50% of the custody time, and I don't think that's too much to ask. I don't think that's something that's too much to ask, especially from a father. All the fathers wants is the ability to spend time with his children. Right now, that's not happening in a lot of cases. Most of the time, the custody arrangements are unsuitable for the father's schedule, and a lot of the time, all they get is one night every other weekend. So that makes it like 26 nights. If you get one night every other weekend, that makes it 26 nights in a year that has 365 nights. If you would have calculated it in percentage, I think that's maybe 10% or 15% the most. And so that's very insignificant. And so I think that we have to, and I know that a lot of people don't agree with this, but about how to proceed, about what way we need to take. But we have to increase visitation. And when the parents cannot live together, there's only one thing that you can do. You have to split the time equally. I guess this psychological report to support that idea, that children are better off when they spend about the same amount of time with each parent after divorce. I think I've read some psychology books where a lot of psychologists say that that's what's best for the children.
All
And
songs were played.
I think it's a good thing to pursue, and I hope that sometime in the future we can gather enough crowd, enough energy, enough enthusiasm around that idea to push that forward and make it become a law, such that when the parents
I'll play them again.
get divorced, that there's no more question to ask about where the children are going to be or how much time each child is going to spend with each parent. That it can be 50-50 right out of the bat. For fit parent, we're talking here about fit parents. When the parents are fit, there's no point not having 50% of custody. And we're not asking for 60 or 70 or 80. We're just asking to be treated fairly and equally. And I think that's something that's very fair. And it's also fair to the mothers who wants to also spend some time with the kids. Okay, I guess that's all I have to say for today. I'm gonna let Mark either come and say something or play some music. All right, thank you guys. Bye-bye.
Thank you, John.